Alright, we're back again for hopefully the final time with messing with engines. We have a fourth engine, hopefully the last. Hopefully going back in tomorrow as it's fully complete, so I'm just slapping it in. Got the clutch and flywheel on, gearbox, fork, dicky doodad and the spring clip. It's all aligned. Yeah, I've already wired up a couple of these power cables so I don't have to mess with it once I actually put it into the thing, because the chassis doesn't have plugs for those original ones. Water lines, coolant lines have been switched up for getting rid of the heater, basically bypassing it, and yeah, so it should be right. Gearbox is all the way on, starter bolted up nicely, got it on the crane. I'm going to take this useless piece of metal off and then probably put that on a little better, clean it up, check it on so it's ready. Well, exhaust manifolds are on, brand spanking new one, I don't know, gaskets, whatever you call it. E36 arms, both sides, and got rid of the AC, so we got a bit more space there. Don't need that anyway. I think that's about it. You should be ready to go in tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully that goes smooth. Alright, drift car's on the lift, ready for the engine, front's off. We'll just slap it in, see how this goes. Right, engine's in, gearbox mounted, drive shaft in, shifters plugged up. I guess I should do exhaust now, and then go on with the wiring, fuel lines, power steering, radiator, all that. Okay. I'm going to attempt to put this exhaust on myself. I don't think this is going to go well, but for your viewing pleasure, I'll film it. Alright, we've got a transmission stand, the transmission jack holding it up, and that went a lot better than just me trying to lift it up. Look at that. It's usually a pain to line up, but that went in pretty well. It's a lot better. Alright, made a nice little bracket here for the exhaust. Had to bend that up with the old pipe, metal bender, yeah. Yep. Got the slave on as well. That hasn't been on in a while. Yeah. That was a bit of a pain getting that mount up there, since I don't have the original one. Lost that one. That one. Right, power steering is hooked up into the joiner there. Hopefully that works. One onto there. Now onto wiring. That terminal there goes to the back, to the boot, to the battery. And then, so I've got to hook up a couple positives to that terminal. I need to run power cable to the fuse box right there, and then plug a couple of these harness connectors that I've redone, as they're the different plug. Put that ground somewhere, plug the ECU in, it's one of the connectors. Couple other somewhere else, there's one there for the core packs. Yeah, hopefully it should start after that. Hopefully. Right, wiring harness I believe is all loomed up. Couple positives on there to the terminal. Grounding in there. The adapter harness. It's all been plugged in. I think that's everything. So I just gotta chuck some fluids in here. Check if it's got oil. Put a battery in it and see if it starts. Battery is plugged in. I'm intrigued to see what'll happen. Ugh. Okay, this battery, I'm not sure if this battery has charge, but let's see. What? Are we leaking? No, we're dry. Alright. Let's see if this does anything. Put my key here. Alright, nothing happened. Awesome. Test, even the screwdriver will do anything. If I can get it in there. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, that's not what I wanted. That's better. Okay. Well, it's cranking now. So I should probably wire up my switch to starter now. Alright, let's see how this goes now. Alright, ignition on, let's see what happens. Oh yeah! Now why isn't it starting? Alright, I've been doing a bit of, you know, beep boop beep boop on the thing. Trying to find out why it's not starting, and I thought I'd go through these little, like, trigger tests, and I went through the injectors and went through each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turned each on, and the last two, 5 and 6, weren't turning on, and so I went and had a look, and this harness had come off of the actual injectors, because the harnesses are like connected to the injectors, and I think when I was pulling the engine up or down, it was pulling on that end of it, and it must have pulled it out, so it just plugged it back in and was able to test it. So it's pretty convenient. Otherwise I would have started and would have just been misfiring. It's pretty convenient, I must say. I'll do a quick if you'll be able to hear that, but you can hear it should be able to hear it clicking once you select it. Yeah, how convenient. I swapped the fuel lines around. I believe I had them around the wrong way. Classic, even though I tried to mark them. But oh yeah! Big loud! Alright. That's terrific. Classic, got the wrong fuel lines around the wrong way. Alright, so about to put the coolant in. Front's back on, radiator's in. I've been recycling coolant from old cars, and I've got 20 litres of it. It's just so convenient for a drift car. Why use new coolant when it's probably just going to come out of it anyway? I've lost enough coolant in this. I'm going to find out how much I didn't hook up. We're dry so far. Alright, she's turned. We've got the coolant bleeding. The power steering seems alright. Got a couple bubbles out of that. I've just remembered I need to tighten these engine mounts. We have a skid cross-screen on there. I tried to stop it with a rag and it didn't stop. That's a good one. But no, she's turned. Gotta let the coolant go up. Idling a little high, but that's alright. I have my mother advising me on what I'm meant to do here. She's the real technician here. I'm just the apprentice. She's the mechanic.
Oh, okay. Have you checked this bit?
Don't put your finger. Oh. Alright. Got the 36 back on the trailer. Drove it on the trailer. It's everything pretty well buttoned up. Do have a problem when it gets warm though, that starts misfiring, so I'm hoping that's just like a cam sensor, whether that one or that one there. I should have one at work. Hey, I was looking for that. But yeah, hopefully it should be ready for Friday night drifts this Friday with this one, but I doubt that one's gonna make it. Good luck, Will. Yeah, hopefully.